What's going on, everybody? Today we're doing a tier list for the top haircuts and the chance that these haircuts will get you laid. So yeah, we got a bunch of very attractive haircuts down here, and then we're just gonna go over which ones are gonna get you laid, which ones are gonna get you more dick or more pussy, depending on what you want, or more of both, I suppose. So yeah, we're gonna see which one will do it. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so this one just actually kind of looks like this lady's just balancing a turd on her head. I don't know. I feel like if you can always, for 100% of the time, balance a turd on your head, I feel like that's a talent that a lot of people don't have. A lot of people just don't have, that type of talent. So, I'm assuming any man or woman, would look upon this lady with a turd on her head and think, wow, that lady's got a lot of balance. I feel like they would think that's pretty hot. Probably not the greatest of of haircuts. I think you could definitely balance other things other than a turd on your head, but overall I feel like this one would get you a lot of action. So or at least a fair deal amount of action. We're going to give this one a B. I feel like it would get you laid. Now this one right here is looking like the guy's just wearing an infinite sweatband. This one right here wouldn't be too bad because, with kind of this extra layer around the outside, you could probably put some stuff in there that your hair could hold. So it'd be like having an extra pocket. I'll tell you right now, a lot of girls' clothing doesn't have pockets. So I feel like a lot of girls would be down to bang you if you had this hair. So once again, I feel like this one would give you a lot of action. If you're going for girls, I feel like this one would get a lot of girls. I don't know if it would get a lot of guys, though. Maybe, maybe not. I guess we'd have to see. But I feel like this one would be even better, though. It could get a lot of ladies, could get a lot of pussy. So I'll give this one an A. This one just kind of looks like there's a bunch of crack whore needles coming out of this person's head. I don't know if this is a guy or if this is a girl, so I'll just say person. I'll play it safe. Yeah, I don't know if a haircut really, a stabby stab haircut would really be a great one. Plus, I don't know what the little tentacle squirmies are back here, but I don't think it really helps the case at all. I'd have to give this one a D. I don't think you'd get too much action with this one. This one's literally just like your simple bad haircut. Like there's nothing too out of the ordinary with this one, really. Yeah, this one, I'm sorry, this one wouldn't really give you a whole lot of pussy or dick. All right, now we're getting back into the action. This kind of looks like a lady, but this kind of also looks like a Discord mod at the same time. This person wanted 3 different ethnicities with their hair. They have 3 different hair colors. So they're representing everybody, and I feel like with everybody being represented in this type of hairstyle, and it even represents 90-year-old men with that receding hairline. I feel like with everybody feeling represented with this hairstyle, I feel like everybody would want to get down. But yeah, I feel like I feel represented. I'm a blonde. There's blonde in that hair. I feel represented. I'd be down to smash whoever this is right here. I'd have to give this one the ultimate S tier. All right, now this one, the guy said, let me get Queen Bee in this one. The guy actively became a fucking bee. The stinger there is pretty long. I feel like if the size of the stinger counts or how you use it, and I guess that really kind of depends. If you're flashing a big stinger, I feel like you're going to get a lot of action. But if that stinger is like, a tiny little pea shooter, you might not get there. So this one all depends on the size of the stinger. I'd have to put it in the middle. It really depends on the stinger. Did they really just put a fucking picture of Scarlett Johansson with a mullet in here? Personally, I don't see much wrong with this haircut. It's just kind of another standard haircut like this one. So I'd have to give it an S. It's a basic haircut. This one here looks like the haircut for Billy Bob, your local hillbilly church pastor. And he gets up there and he starts talking about the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And you're thinking, the only Lord and Savior that I have is that hair. It's like a mullet and shit-ass bangs in one. But it's combining 2 very basic haircuts, and it's turning it into something absolutely glorious. Something that is very clearly the work of God, and you want him to spread the work of God all over your anus. I'm going to give this one an A. All right. Now, this one right here, this one's got a little bit of everything. There's a lot to unpack here. First of all, bald, and then second of all, it just kind of looks like a bird's nest. But I don't know if you'd get a lot of like people. I there's I don't know. I'm struggling to find words for this one right here. I put it in the middle, I guess. I don't. God, man, I don't fucking know. All right, so this one, I'm just gonna say it. This haircut looks like the haircut of a single mom of 8 fucking kids who lives in a trailer park, who's trying to start an OnlyFans but doesn't have a job. And all the kids, all they do is just fucking run around and break shit. That's honestly what I get here. All right, getting back to more of like a closer to a normal one. This just looks like a big version of a Karen hairstyle on a dude. It's a mixture of a Karen hairstyle and also an early 2000s rock band, I suppose. I mean, who would you get with this hairstyle? Would you get a bunch of 50-year-old women who want to talk to the manager? Or would you get a bunch of, 25 or 30-year-old girls who have no father figure? I don't know which one you're going to get. It's really a big risk there, but I don't think you'd get too much with this one regardless. I'll give it a D. Now we're talking here with this next one. You got a buzz cut, you got a bald spot, and you got a mullet. The dude can't tell whether he's going to a party in the 80s, signing up for a military, or being a pedophile. I feel like this one is another one that's, like the S tier, it's very inclusive, so you could get a lot from this one here. So I'm going to give it another S tier. That's a good one. You could get a lot. Holy Lord, this one right here is looking like he's wearing a bunch of rubber bands around his hair. The guy's wearing an infinite hat. I kind of like it. I dig this one. I'm going to give it an A. I feel like you get a lot of action with that one. It would definitely get you laid for sure. Now this one is kind of like a split picture with two of them. One of them, again, is just wearing an infinite hat. So, you could always, tip your cap and say, "M'lady," and that would just instantly get you laid right there on the spot. And then this one right here is just having like an unshaved vagina, but on your head. So I feel like these two, they'd get you some action. They'd definitely get you some action. I'll give it an A. Those are pretty good ones right there. Very recommendable haircuts. They'll get you laid for sure. No way did someone actually do this. Someone turned themselves into a strawberry. This one right here, guy looking like a Discord moderator, turned himself into a fucking swirly swirl with his beard. The guy looks like he's perpetually wearing a headset with a microphone. He looks like the ultimate Redditor. If you're a Redditor and a Discord mod, you are going to get all of the action in the world. And this one just shows it. So this one, absolute S tier. You'd walk outside and all the babes and all the dudes would just surround you as they're sweating, trying not to whip their cocks and whip their titties out for you to just absolutely fuck. So yeah, this is a good one right here. This one's 2 haircuts. The guy on the left here ordered a mustache on his head. Dude ordered the Squilliam Fancy Son. And then the girl on the left is that's literally just your basic bitch 80s haircut. And these are so different because everyone knows Squilliam Fancy Son. They know he's rich as L fuck. It's going to get you a lot of action. That one would be an S tier, but the basic 80s hairstyle is just kind of mediocre. It's not going to get you too much. So unfortunately, this guy right here with a Squilliam haircut, he's not going to live his best life because he's being dragged down right now by an 80s haircut. The 80s haircut, I'd give a D. The Squilliam Fancy Son, I'd give an S. So I'm meeting in the middle here. I'm going to give them both a B. This one just actively looks like this guy hasn't showered in like 3 weeks. His hair's glistening with all that grease and all that sweat. Not to mention his hair in the front here just looks like a comb. And he's got a little chia pet right there in the back. This is a pretty sexy one right here. I kind of like it. I'm ready to fuck this guy right now, actually. So let's put this one in S. Would absolutely get you laid. You put this one on Tinder, all the babes are going to be chasing you, okay? It's a good one. What in the honey boo-boo looking ass is this shit? All right, so the dude has a cop mustache just kind of hanging down and that's about it. Man, do people actually like get this haircut and think they look good? Like... What the shit? This one would get you laid. A. Basic 80s hairstyle. Yeah, it's kind of bad, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. Fuck, fuck, fuck. This is the moment we all were here for. The halo. This is another very gamer hairstyle, and we all know that gamers get a lot of sex. So this one's gonna get you an A right there. That's a good one. I mean, this is the most Beavis and Butthead looking hairstyle of all time. It looks like you just kind of combined the two. And last but not least, you have you have bald with that. Man, I don't know. This is the last one. I'll just give it a C. Jesus Christ. So yeah, this is the tier list for the best haircuts that will get you laid. Yeah, these ones you're gonna get a lot of sex. These ones, the S tiers, are like you walk out your door and you're not going to be left alone with how many people are going to swarm you just looking to fuck you there on the spot. And these ones here, people are, they wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. That and just, other basic haircuts that I just don't like.